Welcome to the Trading Buddy Show, and today I have Alexis with me, and probably later, if I didn't remember wrongly, that will be Shukri. Yeah. So if you have a couple of questions for him, line up. You can shoot it to him later. Let me share the screens. Yep. So let me go through some of the tricks that I have going on since yesterday.
Wait a minute, did I just did something? Okay. I think I accidentally exited my Zoom from the other. Oh, that's not very clever. Yeah. Okay. So let me have a. Wait a minute. Yeah. All right. So let's have a look at my trades from yesterday while I am. Might have to actually trouble Alexis to take over while I rejoin from the other laptop later on. But let me have a fast go through what's happening. So yesterday I actually entered Euro USD. Price is still jumping about at my entry level, not really going anywhere. So I'll just be staying in this trade, not really going to do much anything about it. So Euro Pound, same thing. Yeah, so you can Euro Pound. I mean, since both are Euro USD and Euro Pound, I entered both. So you can see that price is still hugging the entry level. Nothing much to do about it. Kiwi dollar is faring slightly better. Yeah, so you can see that this is the candle which I entered yesterday. Yeah, it broke the closing price of last week. Yeah, last week weekly candle. Yeah, so let's keep my fingers crossed and see what is going to happen from here. Pound Swiss again. This was a trade I entered yesterday, not on H1, yeah, but rather on H4. Yeah, so you can see that it was this candle which I entered. Wonder if price actually retest the level and then carry on its merry way, or it will stop me out. Don't really know. At the same time, not that I really care too much about it. Yeah, since I really, I think the ultimate aim of trading is not to care. Yeah, once you can get past that, right, your trading will be quite smooth. Now, Aussie cap, on the other hand, is actually getting pretty interesting to me. Yeah, so you can see that I'm still bearish about Aussie, no doubt about that. But really, price didn't bounce off from here. I mean, it puts out a range. Again, here it then bounced out. So I was really hoping that price actually comes up to here so that I can short it. Yeah. So at the moment, it's really in the middle of nowhere. The moment that price is in the middle of nowhere, it's quite hard for me to trade. I don't really like trading such price actions, yeah, whereby I cannot take advantage of it. Yeah, that's pertaining to this system that I'm trading. So Aussie dollar against the Aussie dollar. Now this is really an interesting place at the moment. So you can see that again, I reiterate, the lines that are on my screen are not the pivot levels. It's really the weekly bar OHLC. Yeah. So once you can see the weekly bar OHLC, straight away, don't this jumps at you. Okay, shouldn't be using a line. Should be actually using this. Don't this area jumps out at you? You can see that that's where the lowest, closing and lowest, highest, and then highest. So you can see a cluster of lines that are here. So I actually deem this level as a very natural level. I mean, since it's imprinted by price. Yeah. So when this cluster of levels is really near each other, it does paint a picture to you that probably this is a level that you can trade from. Now, on the other hand, such levels is quite hard to trade because although this jumps at me, another thing that jumps up is this. Yeah. So if I were to trade this, really it will be more of the hourly time frame that I can jump in before I get my take profit here. Probably this is something that Lexus can consider. Yeah, for H4, I think it'll be quite tough for me. Yeah. So what happens next is that this is obvious. This is obvious. Then naturally I'll be anticipating price to do this. Or this way. Yeah, that's it. I think that's the beauty of trading. Yeah, to a certain extent, when things jumps out at you and you are able to anticipate, that's where all the fun comes in. Yeah, so we'll come back to Aussie dollar chart. When I pass it over to Alexis, we'll see how she looks at this chart. Euro cat, and still a boring chart, nothing much for me to do. Pound cat, yeah, wanted to short this, but nothing much to do, forget about it. Cat yen again, same phenomenon for cat yen. Oops. So you can see a cluster of level. Let me change the color of the screen so that you can actually do it more correct. So you can see that this is a cluster of levels, right? So when price comes here, what's it gonna do next? Let's have some anticipations, and then just can't ignore. I just can't ignore. Right. Yeah, I think this trend line might be a bit forced. Let's delete that. Yeah, but this level and this, you can see all this is very, very clear cut. It just jumps out. Right. So once this level jumps out, then it becomes tradable. Yeah. So the next part that as a trader that we have to determine is that which direction possibly, I mean, different styles of trader might do different things, but as a swing trader, then you have to determine, I have to determine that which gives me the highest chance of success. I mean, in terms of direction. Yeah. So keen to hear your thoughts, guys, about cat yen and Aussie dollar. Yeah. Having a bit of difficulty tech issue. I accidentally quit my laptop. So I'll pass this screen over to Alexis and then I'll come back. Right, Alexis, over to you.
All right, hello everybody. Okay, so let me just share screen. Okay, a couple of stuff I'm looking at. Firstly, I would like to take a look at Aussie yen. Okay, Aussie yen is at an interesting place. Actually, let me just zoom out a little bit. So Aussie yen is at an interesting place right now because what I do kind of like about this, it does have a downward channel, you know, sort of that it's been following. So I am looking on the H1 to take advantage of the channel. So if you guys trade with, I mean, if you guys have always been with Jeff, you know, then it's very similar to his style in the sense that I'm also a big fan of trend lines and horizontal levels, but of course I do take a few other parameters in as well. So this is just a very general trend line towards the downside. Now if we just talk about trading the hourly wave rider just as a strategy, just following the rules, you know, it's then what I am looking at is just a very simple setup in terms of a short, just because we have the daily pivot moving down, we have the weekly pivot bouncing off here. So price has retraced a little bit, and my entry actually would be at the low of this this candle over here, and then my stop loss would be at the high of this candle over here. So if I just dump in the pricing, just enter. Sometimes Jeff does this. So this one, this would be entry at 80.70, 80.70, around there. This is to the short, all right. This is a short trade, and okay, and stop loss would be at 80.93, 931. I'm just following the settings on my, it might differ by a margin of a pip, but that's fine. All right, so if we talk about TP, then let's put this in here first. So my first TP level would definitely be here. Now, being on a smaller time frame, there's a couple of ways to manage this, and I do expect I do expect price to hit daily pivot and sort of kind of fluff around. So I will probably close a portion of the trade over here. All right, and then if I zoom up and the balance of the trade, I will attempt to close off the entire thing when it hits the bottom of the trend line here, or alternatively, we can also hit the S1. But I think the S1 is going to be a little bit harder because markets are going to be choppy. So based on my trading personality, I'd rather take the profits a little bit faster. So this is my 2 points of profit taking over here at the daily pivot, and over here just above the daily support level, the S1. And this one, you can see also that the price has bounced off this area a couple of times. So this is the one of the entries I would take. And if we actually enter, if you actually key in your pricing right now, you might be just about to get pipped into this particular trade. So yep, this is one trade that I will be very happy with, and I'm just going to leave it and see where it goes. Let's take a look at another one.
Oh yeah. What happened to your trade for pound Swiss yesterday? How did it turn out?
Pound Swiss, I didn't take it actually. I didn't take it because I didn't quite like the candles, and of course I missed it, and I'm trying to see if it can retrace back and pick it, and I can pick it in today. So if we talk about pound Swiss, all right. So pound Swiss, I think yesterday. All right. So yesterday I was very tempted to take a trade off this area. You know, if I did take it, I would have probably gotten a nice first portion of TP, but I went away from my computer and I kind of missed the entry. I missed this first entry. I missed this ring high second entry. So once I saw that entry's been missed, I kind of just left off. And of course, price now is retracing back to this first level. What I am waiting for is for price to come back up to to yesterday's entry level and see whether we get any bearish rejection bar of this DR1 area. So I guess I have to wait since I missed yesterday's entry and see if I get anything better. Or if the end of the next 1 or 2 hours, I can get a bearish bar that stops, that kind of closes below daily pivot. So what I would like actually, where is my pen? Hang on, let me look for the pen. Okay, give me 1 second. Where's that annotation pen thing? Okay, I can't seem to find a pen, so I will use my own pen.
I think the pen is only available to the host.
Oh, okay. So I think you let me know if I use this pen, can see or not. Can see or not this one?
I can see the pen. I cannot.
Are you able to see the pen if I
I
draw
can.
like that?
Yep, I can.
Okay, I assume yes, since okay, thank you. Okay, so if price closes below this daily pivot, and it has to be a strong bearish close, right? That means the majority of the body over here, then I will take it with a first TP over here. So this is my backup plan for the Swiss. And I will patiently wait for that to appear. Or what we can also do is actually I can put in a I can put in a EMA for this, which means, let me see. There might be an EMA trade over here cutting through. Okay, I'm going to put in the EMA just to see whether I get a EMA of that level. If there's an EMA of that level, then I might take it as well. All right, so I'll probably do that later on and see whether the EMA is there. Let's move on first because we still have a bit of time to the top of the hour. I'll move on to another pair that I was tempted with, the Euro Yen. Okay, so Euro Yen yesterday, there was a potential long trade of the find okay. Okay, Euro Yen. So yesterday I was looking to have a long trade of the daily pivot, which is, let me just pull it up. There you go. I think it's this one. Okay. So yesterday we were looking at this, right? And I think the really funny thing was I was tempted to take a trade here. Okay, let me just I'm just going to change accounts, okay? Because this account doesn't work for me because I don't do most of my analysis on this account. So I'm going yeah, you can see all my settings are all over the place. Okay, I'm going to use the other account. Okay, now the colors for my account, you guys got to bear with me, okay? Because I like to trade in a nice a non-red and green color, but this is the account, this is the main account that I use. Okay, so this is my H1 chart. Now what I was talking about yesterday was this, right? So yesterday we had a decent wave rider setup. All right, why I say decent, because it does follow all the rules, right? But remember, we were having I drew this trend line and I said that okay, there's a high probability that price is going to touch here and then we trace back and it gives us what, less than 10 pips trade, and true enough it did that. So the alternative trade to this, right, was to catch it when it swings back down, and that would be part of the range trading that I share during our monthly coaching sessions on the Wave Rider. And when we talk about range-based trading, this is again very similar to how Jeff draws his boxes. Yes, I did pick up the box technique from him as well, and it's very useful for range trading. So my box would be drawn like that. Now my boxes are mainly to identify resistance and support. All right, and what I do love about this particular box is you can see it just the moment it touched the resistance level, it just sank all the way down to support, and then we are going to probably have a little what you call a pause over here. So you have a false break, you have a couple of pauses, and now the question is, do we go back up or do we go back down? I'm very tempted to trade to the top of the box, but to do that, I need a reason to, I need some kind of a bullish price action or some kind of a confirmation that is going this way. All right. If we go out to the daily time frame, you can see that the probability to go long is going to be less than the probability to go short, because all I can see now is that a very basic cyclicity. Okay, the cyclicity is still towards the downside. So I must have a really, really, really good reason before I want to go long, right? But I will take any reason that tells me to go short at least until the bottom of the EMA. So this is my waiting for two directions, and whichever appears, I'm just going to click the button. And of course, this one I'll need some kind of signal. Now, the way to go short is probably easier because Lloyd talks about it a lot. I have a fractal level, or I would say a support level over here. My way to go short is a break retest and just this way. So I'm just waiting for signal number one this way, or I'm waiting for something to happen to go long. So I would say the short probability is slightly more at this point. Looking at price action, you can see how you can see just on the hourly candles, right? You can see the cyclicity on the hourly candles is each candle is lower than the previous candle. So what this tells me is a lot of pressure is coming down from the top, and it's sinking towards the bottom. If you talk about flag patterns, there's also like we can sort of, is this a flag pattern? Again, I'm not the expert on flag patterns, but we'll probably know more. But it's just that the probability, if we just tick the boxes, the probability of short is a lot higher. So this candle, if it gives me any form of low test bar, anything bullish, anything, because it does look like a kind of retest of this, I might probably just jump in short. And alternatively, we can also go down to the shorter time levels. This is a 15-minute to see whether there is any clearer entry level. And on the 15-minute, it looks a lot cleaner, a lot clearer. You can see the low test bars appearing. And in 1 minute time, this will be double low test bars. Again, there is an opportunity to be taken here. All right, and my stop loss, if I was to jump in on this trade, would be at the WS, just above the WS1 level here. So this will be my stop loss in about 1 minute. I might take this trade. Let me just look at it in the bigger picture first. So since now Lloyd is back, I'll pass it back off to you while I look and see whether this has a valid setup for a short trade.
Euro, yeah, that's interesting. Actually, while you're talking about it, I was looking at it from my strategy viewpoint. Yeah, let me share with you what I actually see. So I did say that the way that I trade, it can be done from the daily to hourly time frame. Personally, I don't do it just because I'm not that active on the hourly time frame. So you can see that from the way that I trade, these few candles are actually available for shorts. So this is available for shorts, followed by the next candle available for shorts, and then the next candle also available for shorts. So this will be a test bar, followed by another test bar, then this will be a proper engulfing bar for me that I can actually play a short. So the past 3 hourly time frame is actually available for shorts. But how would it actually fare with regards to how I actually trade on my own? So let's have a look. So again, daily time frame, all can be shorts, right? So I will really only be looking for shorts from the 30th on. That's how I actually go about it. So let's have a look. So just bear in mind that I'm pretty lazy, so I actually only trade from the closing price. Yeah. So the closing of price actually from yesterday will be here. So any price action that occurs here that resembles either usually an engulfing or a test bar, then I'll be happy to trade from. Right. So this is the closing of the first higher time frame test bar. Yeah. So you can see over here is really a cluster of price actions. Not really conducive to trade because really most of the time we will want to see this kind of movements. Yeah, not this kind of movement. That's kind of messy to trade. So this whole day will be nothing much to trade. Then followed by here. So this will be interesting from here on. So you can see that price still hugs, go back up, breaks. Yeah. So can trade the break. I got no issue with trading the break. Not sometimes I do that. I can't give you an exact reason why. I think it's just purely from preference point of view. But if you really trade the break from yesterday's closing, then this will definitely be a profitable trade. Then come from today, so you can this is where I think things might have to look up. So you can see that price actually hugs, breaks down, come back and retested with the bullish bar. Yeah, but at then we actually have a, what do you call that? Is this a hanging man? I don't trade this particular price action that happens in this context, but I think it's called hanging man if I'm not wrong. Yeah, but higher chance that I might be wrong. Yeah. So from entry point of view, I don't really have an entry for Euro yen. Yeah, because it's just I don't have any entry that comes from there. But from a direction point of view, it does support what Alexis is saying. Yeah. So here's the thing about trading. I mean, to me, is that sometimes even though the first part, which is the analysis, I might get it correct, but as long as the second part, there's no trigger for me, then it'd be hard for me to justify to jump in blindly. Yeah, I don't know if this happens to any of you out there. Yeah, sometimes I do admit that it's quite frustrating. Yeah, I got the direction right, but as long as there's no valid trigger for me to jump in, then no matter what, I still have to hold my horses. Yeah, that is one of the frustration, but I guess this is something that we all have to sit through. Yeah. Anyway, just an update to one of the trick setups which I talked about yesterday is the crypto test. Is really the crypto index. I've been put up of my long trade already. Yeah, so essentially this is my tricks. So I mentioned that I'll be shifting my stop loss to 2R. No, actually I think to 3R. Yeah. So that yesterday when we talked about it, the price was here. So I got put out of my long trade. Dang, I was really hoping to actually ride this, as they say, to the moon. But guess that I don't have I threw my stop loss too tight, possibly. Yeah. But at least I got my beginner's luck. I still got a bit of profit off this, which isn't that bad. Yeah. John, you were saying that you were trading Aussie dollar crossover. Which was that? Yeah, I was also looking at the Aussie dollar crossover. So just now I was looking at it. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my chance to short it. So this is the level, this is the place where I would like to short it. So I'll probably come back and look at it at 5. But like I mentioned, for H4 to short this is quite tough. So I might have to change my management a bit once I got into probably 1:1. Then I'll scale out most of my profits already. Yeah, because really I'm anticipating looking at what price is doing now. Doesn't matter whether my analysis throughout the weekend is bearish. I mean, it is bearish for Aussie index. Yeah. But looking at what price is doing now, it does look like it's going to imprint another higher low. So in that sense, price might actually just shoot up. Yeah. So I might just take a tactical shot if this proves to be a low test bar. Yeah, we shall see how that turns out. At least that's from my side. That's how we do it. Oh, you misread the chart. Yeah. I've been helping ADW doing some coaching, that stuff. I think one of the most important skills that most traders should is just analysis. Yeah, reading of the charts. In the past, they call it what? Reading. Yeah, once you got that point down to 90% consistency, entry is just another excuse for you to go jump to a trade. Yeah. So to me, reading of the charts, if you can go into 90% consistency, it should be way easier for you to trade. Yeah, because at least you don't start to doubt you don't doubt your eyes, don't doubt what you see anymore. Yeah. Oh, talking about this, yeah, you think that your entry is light, so I get it is a small entry. One of the ways that I actually, this is just another tip, useless tip from me. I don't know whether it helps you all, but it actually helps me to get over my initially when I start trading, to get over my condition of what's up, not trading my equity. Yeah. So this is my Pepperstone account, right? So it is actually a cent account. Yeah, it's not a big account. So inside it's only like see $219 SGD. So what it is an illusion that I create for myself, which is to me is quite a fun thing. So any trade that I place in here is 0.01 lot. So my mind is only processing that 0.01 lot. Yeah, small stuff. Yeah. But what happens at the back end, which is the actual trading, is that it actually copies my trade to my main account, which I don't see it at all. Yeah. So long as I don't see it, I don't, in a way, I don't know what it is doing. Of course, I already set up all the parameters. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say that I'm tricking my mind to think that all my trades are easy. Yeah, I'm not really looking at the dollars and cents. Yeah, so that's one of the ways whereby I handle overcome my newbie trading mistakes. Keep looking at my terminal, my equity, looking at the big dollar signs. It does impact my thinking in the past. Yeah, so that's why my Pepperstone is the one that links to my main account. But since it only has 200, then in a way, any losses that it accumulates is only like what, $2, $1. So it plays a trick. I'm playing a trick on myself, telling that I'm only losing $2. Be chill, stay out. Yeah, this for some of you who has difficulty in overcoming trading large account, at least initially, you may want to try this trick. Yeah, it's just playing an illusion on yourself. It works for me pretty well. Yeah, which I'm still using it till today. No harm doing it. Just that I have to buy additional software for copy trading. That's all. Yeah, but oh well. Do anything which makes your trading work. Yeah, at the end of the day, that's the takeaway. Yeah, give it a try. Sounds kind of dumb, but still works, at least for me. All right. So any trades that you want to have us take a look, get it out in the chat. Either Alexis or I will take a look, and then we'll share our 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cents worth of value. Euro USD. All right, I'll have a look from a string trading point of view, and then Alexis will take over and see from the hourly chart what is there. So let me have a look at Euro USD. I don't really like to look at my trade levels. Oh, I do have a long trade going on at Euro USD, but let me have a fresh look at it. So if looking at it from a fresh point of view, not really being affected by anything, then again, this jumps out at me. Yeah. So once this jumps out at me, then naturally my tendency will actually be to trade long from this level, right? So since last week on the weekly chart, I already have a bullish engulfing bar. That on the daily chart, today's bar might be proving good to trade. As yeah, we are a bit. Yeah, if today's daily bar, if it breaks this level, that will be last week weekly close. Then I would say we do have a good chance of trading this upwards. Yeah, at least to over here. Yeah, so you should easily get about 2:1, 3:1 if it's a really bullish close. Yeah, so what I determine by bullish close is that price should be closing at here. Then this will be a good thing to jump in from my point of view on a daily chart. Otherwise, for H4, I think from a blank chart point, it definitely already imprints a look. Right, so price already give you your higher low, higher high, pretty consistent. Yeah, so now it's just consolidating. So my point will still be the same unless price comes back and retest any level, which if you want to be more conservative should be here, unless price retests this level. Otherwise, with such tight consolidation, a breakout to the upside will be in place to trade it. Yeah, so find an excuse to actually jump in. Yeah, don't trade such a smallish looking bar unless you have from a strategy standpoint allows you to do so. But just from a pure price action point of view, what I would like to see is, let's say price does this, and then should I change color? Yeah, let me change color. Yeah, price does this kind of closing, bullish closing. Then from H4, I'll be happy to jump in, or either from a daily point. Yeah. Now let's have a look from an hourly point. Let's see what Alexis has to show us. Alexis.
Hello. I was trying to find my unmute button. too many screens. Okay, let me see. Okay, so let me go to the other screen and let's take a look at euro dollar on the hourly time frame. So I think yesterday we did talk about this pair on the hourly time frame as well. And okay. Okay, so we did talk about this pair. I've also entered on it similar to Lloyd. And my analysis comes all the way from a monthly time frame. So what I am looking at is where prices are at in general over the month. And also because I think we are looking at pricing being in I would say in the middle, it's in the middle of the entire chart, right? So we actually look at price in the central level. So as you guys know, when we look at these big ranges, the trick or probably the probability of price moving away from this, it gets a little bit tough because from how you see this, right, you can see that how price takes some time to move away from the midpoint and then rushes back to the midpoint. And you can see the steep fall towards the midpoint, the steep fall towards the midpoint. Takes some time moving away from the midpoint, but it just rams back into the midpoint really fast. So we are in this midpoint, which means it's a consolidation area over a period of time where the US is trying to figure out what to do. And with the understanding that that this is around the midpoint, then is to find where the probability is of where it's headed, right? So if I drop down to a weekly time frame, what I do like about it is you can see the EMAs are all starting to slope upwards. All right, you can see higher lows, higher high, but this is like a wedge that's forming. So again, if we talk about just price action and patterns, right, then we do see the potential of price consolidating over this way before it either breaks above or breaks below. I don't know, right? Then with that, I move down to the daily time frame. This, right, with the daily time frame, I am also looking at long, because again, what I do see is price still rejecting the bottom of the trend line over here. And and of course, I would like to take profit anywhere slightly below the top trend line over here. And with that in mind, I'll just jump all the way down to the H1. All right, so I already have an entry from yesterday over here, and my stop loss is actually over here. I just changed the color. Okay, my stop loss is somewhere over here. And my target for this one is slightly different because I am trading from a longer time frame perspective. My first target for this is actually over here. All right, so if you see this yellow dotted line, it is what I call a fractal line, or is some kind of horizontal level line. And that is where I would think that price tends to go towards, but once it goes towards, there's a high probability of coming back down. So price tends to touch and do this, right? So on a shorter time frame, I am very conscious about this trade because you can see my daily pivot has already stepped down today, and you can see the squeeze or the consolidation happening. All right, so I just on a shorter time frame, we are looking at again another wedge. All right, so I'll be very cautious here in the sense that if price can break above this little wedge, all right, if price breaks above this little wedge, once I am looking to at least take a portion of the profit here, but if price breaks below this wedge, then here is my stop loss. So I still would prefer for this to go long, but it just looks to be consolidating the entire day. Like you can see today, you can look at all the hourly candles for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the last 10 hours, price has just been doing this. It has gone absolutely nowhere. But what it tells me also that if we can actually pick the right direction in this, or we are geared to pick up the right direction when it starts to pop, this is a breakout trade that will really be worth will really be worth a little bit of risk. So I'm going to leave my trade here, and I'm kind of watching it. And if the trade does pop, then we'll see whether we're in the right side or a quick exit if we're in the wrong side.
Is this week Jackson Hole Symposium or something?
Yeah, and non-farm this week. So I think that's why, yeah. So I think this trade will probably, like you see today, it's like that, right? Then probably tomorrow we will probably see another thing like that, and then maybe by Thursday or Friday it will pop up. So another day or two, I guess. Today is Wednesday, Thursday. I think another 2 days of consolidation, unless employment numbers come out and gives us some kind of signal, then we might get an early pop on Thursday. If not, it'll be a Friday morning, or Friday morning pop or something.
Okay. So this week really should be more careful about. Pull back about trading for USD. I would say. I actually forgot about the Jackson Hole Symposium. All right, now that I see Shukri is online. I think this is the first time I've actually spoken with Shukri. Yeah, I mean, I hear him speak many times, but I've not actually spoken with him before. Have you, Alexis?
Of course, once in a while.
Of course. All right, so let me welcome Shukri. Hi.
Yes. Hi, guys. So, we're going to talk about cryptos, but just to tell you, now is now is a very critical phase in our journey in crypto, because now is the third quarter. So the third quarter is always the best quarter of all. So I haven't taken my vows yet, but let me show you what vow I did last year. This was around June, July. I don't know what I'm going to do this year. This is around June, July last year. I always said that, this is what I call the 1 million phase. I don't know the exact story of the 1 million phase, but I know I'm going to pull out 1 million somewhere. And as I said, it wasn't an issue of 1 million. It's the currency, ringgit, Singapore dollars, US dollars. This is my third 1 million season. The past two, which was in the fall of 2017 and 2020, both yielded in 1 million US dollars. Okay, so let's see how it goes this time. But things are changing. Okay, things are changing. And I'll show you some of the confusion and why this time we need really to focus. If not, we're in big trouble. But let me show you some things that have changed. Okay, let me see. Is it this? Is it this? Okay. Do you guys have a calculator? This is an 8. Okay, this I know this is weird, which is what I was saying about IDOs and all that, right? maybe Alexis is gonna fall off a chair, right? But never mind. Look at this. This is funny. This brings a smile to my face, which is why NFTs are different, because they have an emotional attachment to a human. Now, this is an ape. This is an ape. Does anyone have a calculator? Now, last 12.6. You must be asking, what is that? Is that $12.6? No, that is 12.6 Ethereum. So, what is 12.6 times? Let me get a calculator here, because I don't even know how to calculate. The Ethereum now is what? Ethereum is now 2475. Whatever it is, say 2.5K. 2500 times 12.6. 2500.
31,500.
Yeah, that's kind of like US dollars, right? So when I talk about IDO for this, just not, if I call this minting, then everyone would be confused. But this started from a brand new NFT, and the process of minting something like this is also like an IDO. You go in and you basically mint, and can anyone guess what's the cost? Okay, put it in the comments, guys. What was the cost to mint this? That means if you got in early, if you know how to control your gas, because there's a lot of people that's going to go in, and you know the deal, right? It's going to be as wild as before, but you can go in. You have to know how to control your wallet. You have to be good with the gas, which is why we're having wallets class every month, because you need to really get good on this. Yes, to mint, you can mint for free also. I'll tell you why you want to do that also, John. To mint, it's not free. How much was this to mint, just to mint? I'm not including the gas cost. The gas cost could be, I don't know, it was cheap. It was cheap. How much was it? 12, 13 bucks. But to mint, the cost of minting this, was around about $100. So you got in with the gas at $112, and kaboom! After several months, it's now 31,500. Now there's a criteria here, but we're not going to go here. I'm just going to tell you what it is, right? This is like a crypto. There are things like this called scarcity, rarity. There is a software that you can put in that kind of evaluates it. But I'm just giving John the preview for the crypto moon 3 or whatever we call it, right? So you don't see a crypto here, right, John? Hey, what is this? Is this on Ethereum? Is this on BSC? Is this on Polkadot? No, this is on Ethereum. But I don't know myself of all this, okay? Because you have things like this guy. Okay, maybe this is not shaven for this. So this is better, right? This has more features. This has more eyes. So that leads to something that is scarce, which is why the price is very high. So, when I saw this, I'm going to show you you guys want to see my ape, right? I'm going to show you my ape.
Yours, as in you created it.
No, I minted it. I minted it.
Okay.
I just go and connect my wallet and press mint. But you have to know which ones to go to. You see, this is my ape. You guys want it for 3 Ethereum? I don't know, guys. I have to run the scarcity thing, okay? Then maybe I'll put it up for sale. But you understand, like, this is so different from the rest, okay? This is why I said now is very, very different, and we'll have to put the criteria on that. But then, just as promised to John, why this period needs a lot of focus. Let me tell you a true story. How many of you would like to know a true story of someone. Maybe it was partially my mistake. Maybe it wasn't my mistake. I don't know. But by being too clever, this person, let me tell you, the thing about crypto that really sucks about crypto is your mistake costs you a lot of money. Okay, let's ask Alexis and Lloyd, how much could a Forex mistake cost you? Just a simple mistake.
Well, for beginner, I would say $100.
$100, okay. This mistake cost this person $200, not $200, 200,000 US in today's value. Probably it will cost him about 400,000 US in the next, wherever this crypto goes to. And I just want to show you how that sometimes don't try to be too clever. If you are in doubt, please ask. And let me show you, this was regarding flow. So at that time, you know, there was an IDO called Flow. Okay, just read this. Is Flow, right? I'm gonna go through this. This is a real true story. And this is why I say to people, don't try to be too clever. Check, 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 and make sure you are sure. Don't try to do this half asleep. Don't think you can wing through this because you can't, or you might make a mistake and it's gone. So Flow came out. Of course, we were near the ending date, right? So just like minting an NFT, right? John, if I ask you to mint an ape, John, you have to ask me, sir or go, what ape is that? Do you understand that? Which ape is that? Is it that ape or this ape? Let me show you why. This is much, okay, I'm talking about NFTs or the apes, but this is crypto and this is easy, and still this mistake cost like 400,000, okay, or 200,000 in today. I think eventually cost 400,000. Okay, now look, there is something called Flow. Now this was very new last year, so I can understand why this mistake was made. So I basically, you know, identified that, okay, this is good, we should invest in this. So this is someone else. Let's say he's person A. So person A, okay, talks, you know, he texts me, okay, he texts me, okay, text, you know, text, WhatsApp text, okay, so Flow, so person A, okay, so Flow, yeah, Flow. And then, you know, it's like, well, what is Flow? Well, Flow is a new blockchain, okay? Well, Flow is a new blockchain. At that time, again, it was quite confusing. There was Ethereum, but Flow came out with a new blockchain where it costs. Yes, you can. Where it costs. And that's what we're going to talk about next week. Yes, I will tell you how ATW can set up a business next week. It's easy. So Flow is a new blockchain, right? Flow is a new blockchain. Okay, fine. So person A says, okay, Flow chain. Yeah, it's a new blockchain, right? It's a new blockchain. Done. Next. As we go along, hey, guess what? Flow has a staking program. Oh yeah, you can actually buy your Flow and stake it, right? Wait, this is cool. We're gonna stake Flow. We are gonna stake Flow. Cool, everyone's happy, right? Yay, yay. This is me, of course. Let me draw you my glasses here. This is me. This is me. And you are very smart if you said that you create a Forex strategy you can sell. Yes, that is true. That is actually how to do it, you know, how to actually do a startup business. Okay, now staking. And suddenly the list of the Flow returns come out, right? So this guy said, hey, the returns are good. Yes, it does. Of course it's there because the returns have been identified. You know, you get like 5 to, was it 12%? I don't know. And that tells 10 to 12% a year, you know, that like, hey, that is so cool. That is so cool. And then suddenly the moment of truth comes. Boom, Flow get listed. Debuts at 60 times IDO price. And this guy suddenly says like, I didn't see that. What do you mean it went up 60 times? I said, you know, yeah, we saw this. And I still didn't understand it. And then when we checked, oh my God, you know what this guy bought? I'm going to show you something. Guys, this is a tragedy. John, listen to this. Okay, guys, this is a total fiasco. But I need to tell you this so that you guys know. My friend actually bought Flow chain. Flow chain. Let's see what happened to flow chain. I'm like, do you know what this is? Do you know what this means? Do you guys know what this means, right? This means there's not a lot of volume. This means total possibly got wrecked. I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't ask. I don't have the heart to ask people this. Okay, like look at that. Look at what happened to flow chain. It was gone. Do you guys understand what's going on? I know you guys are clever, right? But guys, when it comes to crypto, no ego. If you do not know, cry out. Say, I don't know.
I don't know. That's why I'm here to learn from you today.
That's why, John, when I say ape, can you define like what ape? Don't be embarrassed, okay? Come in my YouTube show because I appear now like almost every day, although it's Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If it's not clear enough in our group, say, what ape do you mean? Is it the Persian cat or the Siberian cat? Is there such a thing as Siberian cat? I don't know.
Or is it the orangutan?
Is orangutan an ape? I don't know. So, guys, this was easy. It was flow. And yet there was massive confusion. And because of that confusion, someone did not make 200,000. I said I'd probably go out at half at 200,000. So my equity will be 400,000. And this is the more tragedy, guys. To get into that flow, which is now 200,000 and will become 400,000 by the time I pull it out in October, you only needed 1,000 US dollars. Do you understand that? I mean, you guys could get this, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
This is the problem with crypto. And when you do this, do not say that, never ever said, I've seen it before, that, hey, I only lost like 500, never mind, I can forget it. I don't think you would have enough sleep now. Guys, your psyche would be destroyed forever, okay? Any questions, guys? Please ask me because we're entering, guys, I'm really that serious. This is the time where you can make real money that changes your lives. So we just have to be very, very careful. Okay, guys, any questions? Ask the questions now. Don't be embarrassed, okay? I'm just telling this to you. I'm going to record this and then put it in our group also, okay? Just that whatever time they start. Don't be embarrassed. Yes, ask and ask and ask again. Don't be afraid to experiment, okay? Don't be afraid to experiment. For example, when you go into this goat things, and I will tell you where to go into this goat things. Don't be afraid to burn gas because you do not know what this thing will be, okay? You do not know. You have no idea, but we'll discuss this later, okay? Because I'm still doing the thing. I know you hate gas fees, right? John, they're cheap. John hates gas fees. John, you know that it's cheap now, right? I know it still looks like this is totally rubbish. This is totally rubbish.
Okay, I gotta stop you here. So in the spirit of being a total newbie,
yeah,
I've not touched crypto before. I got one question from me, and I think Alexis got several questions for you.
Yeah.
Also, we listen to you. We do. So we started something, a side project on our own. So keep hearing you saying crypto games, NFT games. So we started to play it. So I think Alexis can show you her results.
Actually, it's just a very initial stage because I think you mentioned things like Axie Infinity and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
yeah, so Lloyd and myself, we got kind of curious, and I did a initial foray into something that Lloyd found, which is I think this one, my DeFi pack.
Yes.
So
yes.
Because I think you mentioned something about BNB as well, and this one has BNB as a base. So
yes.
I've only put in about, I think, 50 USD worth, and I'm actually stuck at this level because I think anything above level 9, you kind of need to pump in more. So me and Lloyd were saying, okay, let's wait and ask Shukri, are we in the right one? Is it worth, progressing and investing a little bit more?
It's like this. In the group, I'll put in more games. Yeah, you should do this. You know why? Let me tell you where the source of money is now. First is in the apes, and it's not only apes, guys. It's cats. it's horses, it's pigs. Muslims, please avoid pigs. Don't get me into trouble, okay? Don't get me into trouble. You should do this. You know why? You know why? You know why, Alexis? It's very simple. Blockchain games are going to be hot because what is the biggest entertainment industry in the world? Is it movies? Is it music? It's game.
Actually, I wanted to say pornography, but I guess that's wrong.
It's gaming. It's hard. I don't have the chart here, but it's huge compared to all the movie shows and everything that we see. This is the largest thing. They are all going to come into blockchain. So you knowing a game is really, really worth it. I like this, that you guys are sharing the money to do it. Because there's another game that I will put it in the group that I want you guys to play. Okay, because you don't know which one. But the thing about this is this, by playing this game, you can also make money, plus you can also make money on the token. And that is why I say that at the end of the day, NFTs are the first killer use case or whatever, the killer app for cryptos. It's not DeFi. It's really not DeFi. It is NFTs because look, see, Alexis is smiling when she does this. Come on, Alexis. When you buy an altcoin, are you smiling? You say, no, please don't fall down. No. Right? Your heart isn't easy. Can I go to sleep? What if it wrecks?
Yeah, a little bit scary.
But NFTs are different, right? It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And remember that people in the Philippines play this. Do you know that they've done a study? Interesting. If you are, if you just play this, or just a normal guy, of course it takes you to get competency. You can earn about 3,200 ringgit a month. That's about $800 US a month, guys. I think that's bigger than what a fresh graduate is making in Malaysia. So all you fresh graduates that don't have jobs, don't blame
games.
Don't blame the government. Go get a new computer. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and I'm just curious because like I know XC Infinity has been around, but the price fluctuates so crazily that it's scary, which is why we didn't want to go into that, because I think the initial outlay just to start this game was about 1,000 USD we calculated over the weekend.
Yes.
And then just over the weekend
it was 1,000.
1,000 because apparently you got to buy three of this to start, and the weekend it was like 360, but Monday, Tuesday you can see it's like down by 100. So it's like how it fluctuates so much that it's quite scary to to just jump in.
It is. Now a couple of months ago, I think when Julie was here with her sons, only about 200-300. At that time, it was expensive to us, it's like, hey, this is too much.
Yeah, and I think it's also quite cool that when we look at the XC price, like I think it started from how much was it back then? I think
40 cents, 30-40 cents.
Yeah,
it went up and then it went down and it went up again, right? Again, that one. Look at that.
That's
because
crazy.
NFTs are easier to me. It's easier to read on NFTs and to kind of like estimate where they are going because it's a real use case. It's like, is Axie Infinity making money? Is there? You just look at the charts on the people who are using it and you can see that pretty much correlates to the real world. It's not confusing to the old timers like me. Although when I see an Axie, yes, I don't know why people are buying it, but when I see the finances, okay, I get it. I still don't get the cartoon thing, but I get it why Axie is going up. The token is going up.
Yeah, so the one that that one that me and Lloyd are trying right now, I think this one is that the token is like that, and it's again very new, so that's why we are like, I don't know whether or not this will really go. So I think it only started May this year, so you can see the very first tick was on May 10th 2021, and it's already gone up by so much. So will it reach $40 like XC?
No, see the thing about this thing is this. Say you mint something, right, on the animal side, of course. Say you mint a cat. It can do nothing for very long, But if someone like who's a superstar, okay, someone like Scarlett Johansson uses it, and this has happened before, it will suddenly go to the moon, You don't know. We just don't know. That's why the first thing that I'm going to get you guys started with this, because I know you guys are scared. Start with the free ones. There's a lot of free ones, but get the branded ones, you know, and they're very cheap. Just get that. They're still at the same price. I'll tell you why. Just get that and sit down and sit tight. If you mint if you mint night, I was doing this at night. The gas was so expensive. Morning is cheap. It's very cheap in the morning because the thing with all this, you have to know it comes from the US, but you got to find the right time. Okay, this one, the cost is just basically based on your gas fee. You can get it for very cheap.
So I think
all you need to do, keep your cat, don't lose your keys. And this is another one, right? This is going to be very funny, right? Once upon a time is like that, hey, what if you lose your this, right? What if you lose your keys, you lose your crypto? Now it's like you lose your cat. Oh no, I lost my cat. And it's worth like 5,000. Is it? You have a Persian cat. No, it's on the blockchain.
So let's say you start with my DeFi set. I'll wait for the next game that Shukri recommends. I'll jump into that. So that will be our...
Just jump into something. This game is newer than Axie Infinity.
Yeah.
Let me say, you got to get into the new things. Like one thing that I've did even during last week, right? Last week's session, and I said Alice, right? Now Alice is an example of a game that's only going to be launched in 2022.
2022.
Alice is just selling its land now. Alice is still new. I'm not telling you to buy it. There's a pattern there. It will pump, it will dump, and it will pump again, like consistently. But it hasn't gone yet. So I don't know. They say Alice is like Animal Crossing. I don't know. Can we have a guru for Animal Crossing here?
Animal Crossing, I think Pokemon will be easier.
Pokemon will be easier. Maybe that, right? Yeah. But it's cool, you know, it's cool. I know Ethereum is still expensive, but hey, Polkadot is coming. Tomorrow is a big day, you know, August 4th. If you are Ethereum, if you are a crypto guy, say tomorrow, oh my God, it is the launch of what? It's the launch of Ethereum, this, right? The hard fork, 1559. And all they burn their gas, they have a fee and all that, right? Now, there's another site coming now. There's another site that's coming in the NFT world. Tomorrow is the launch of Infinity, the blockchain for Polkadot. And John likes Polkadot because in Polkadot, how much do you spend to stake, John? 16 cents? Yeah. Only 16 cents. And it's going to be cheaper because it's cheaper. We're going to have things like immutable X. Now you can do for Polygon, but Polygon has no NFT, but it only costs like 0.02 cents. So it's coming.
So Shuki, I'm going to ask you a question from me.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm going to start believing in crypto and going to pump in, set aside for 10,000.
Yeah.
What would be my beginner's pathway?
Okay, which are you most comfortable with? Because to me, everything is split in half. Crypto and NFTs. Now, here's the deal. In crypto, I believe that this will be the best run in crypto. This is the last run, but there will be a bear market starting next year. So in a bear market, what we do is we switch to other cryptos. But to me, an easier way is just switch to NFTs. So if I were to do it, I would split your journey into two. Get into crypto first. A lot of them are oversold. Learn about NFTs, you switch.
So traditionally, my trading plan is what I earn from Forex, I'll put it into stocks for dividends.
Yes.
So now what I do is for the next 6 months, what I earn in Forex, I'll believe in you, I'll believe in crypto, I'll put it in crypto and see what happens next.
Because here's the deal, Lloyd. As a crypto guy, I will never bring, not that I will never, it is very difficult of me to bring out my money into fiat. I will only bring it out if I bring it out and I'm ready to pay the income tax.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Otherwise, it stays. Now, if it stays within crypto, where does it go? It goes to NFTs. It doesn't go anywhere else, you know. Where does it go? I don't know.
Or do you want to adopt one of Alexis' DeFi sets?
Yes, a DeFi. We have to compare. Yeah, but it's going to go into this, between this and this. That's it. So you see now, while the crypto market is struggling, the NFTs are going, I don't know where they're going, man, Moon, Mars, whatever.
One last thing from me is Binance Malaysia. What is happening to it?
They banned it. I advise for Malaysians just to get out. Let's see what happens. Don't come between you and the Securities Commission, because at the high end, the Securities Commission can fine you about what, 10 million. You don't want to be there, okay? I don't know. I've seen that Binance has also advertised for a job of a country manager in Malaysia. Let's see what happens. I do not know why Binance cannot set up in Malaysia, because I see Hobi set up in Labuan. No doubt that Hobi, Labuan Malaysians cannot use, but the fact that Hobi is in Labuan in Malaysia means I'd rather be with Hobi, right? Like, hey, there was a Hobi there. Why you want to catch me?
So, to get out of Binance, what is the next, just for the viewers' sake, what is the next exchange you would actually recommend?
I like three. First is Hobi, because they're already in Malaysia. So if I'm caught like that, why did you go to Hobi? I saw this on Labuan. Okay, maybe I'm forgiven. I don't know. I also like KuCoin, because I don't know why KuCoin kind of, again, I don't know whether this is legit or not, but KuCoin advertised something for Malaysians last time. So I think they have struck a deal somewhere. And the third one is my favorite exchange, SandX, because it's in Singapore. And this is Singapore. It's really Singapore based. It's not like Binance setting up in Singapore or Hobi setting up in Singapore. This is Singapore based. I like that, because Singaporeans are very strict and they can catch the Singaporeans. That means if Singaporeans set something up in Singapore, it must be very, very legit.
Till the government says so.
Yeah, till the government says so. And SandX is also good to me, because SandX has probably the best staking opportunities.
I like staking. It seems like a
Yeah,
rather risky way of earning.
Yes, SandX has the best. It's all there. So they're good. They're very good. In fact, they were X, I don't know, they were X from NASDAQ or something. They know what they're doing.
Okay, learn a lot from Shukri today. Going to start off my 10K journey. But any of you who is interested can also contact Alexis to adopt one of her pets, if it's possible.
Guys, study the animals, okay? Apes, cats, horses. I'm not going to mention the other animal, okay? Just go learn about animals.
All right. So with that, before thank you Shukri for that. So before I wrap up the show, let me go one last round. What are some of the tricks that I have that's possibly be setting up? Now, first of all, I will still highlight Aussie Cats. Yeah, so Aussie Cats still looks good for a short setup, but if you're going into this, let's have a look at the hourly time frame. Yeah, please take at least set your take profit before the horizontal level over here. Yeah, so don't be smart about it. Yeah, but directional wise, I still think that Aussie Cat is still gonna plunge. Yeah, just that this week may be a retracement week for it. Yeah, so just take a partial take profit over here, and then if oil is good, looking at the weekly chart, price might just continue falling. Yeah, because even if I remove all my other analysis, this is really a perfect retest zone, isn't it? Price drop, retest from the previous low. So we might possibly be getting to the absolute high in terms of the retracement from the weekly time frame. Yeah, so just keep looking out for Aussie Cats. Yeah. And then, of course, Aussie dollar, really similar outlook. So you can see that this is what I highlighted. You can see all the lines clustered together. So this seems like a really good place. But Aussie dollar seems to be in a much more precarious position compared to Aussie Cat, because at least compared to Cat, I would say oil has a stronger outlook to gain. Yeah, and dollar is just really, I'm the first to admit that I don't really know what dollar is doing. Yeah, it seems to be ranging to me. So this doesn't look like a favorite proposition compare Aussie dollar to Aussie Cats. Yeah, as always, you can split the trades if you want to, but my money is on Aussie Cats. Euro Cat not so much, doesn't really look as it's doing anything. Yeah, on the other hand, on the other spectrum is actually Cat Yen, Aussie Cat and Cat Yen. So Cat Yen, you can see that again, a cluster of lines over here. So if this turns out to be a at 5 p.m., if this turns out to be really a nice bounce off this area, I'll have a look at hourly time frame. Yeah, you can see that price is really bouncing off. So hourly, I'm maybe late. Yeah, but I don't know. But on H4 side, I'm definitely waiting for a bullish engulfing bar. Then I'll be happy to trade it all the way up. Of course, taking a tactical TP1 over here. I don't usually take TP1s unless I'm in a very clear range situation. Yeah. Euro dollar, forget it. Really in this trade, nothing much to talk about. So one last look I have, which this may actually interest Shukri. I will still, don't know if any of you still able to trade crypto from your platform, but I've already stopped out my crypto trade for a good profit. So on the weekly time frame, you can see that price is definitely soaring. So on the D1 side, I may be looking to actually jump in again if actually price bounce off in this area. Yeah. So on the OHLC level, let me grab that up. Crypto. Where's my crypto charts? Yep. Truthfully speaking, I don't know what is in the crypto 10, the whole composition of it. Yeah. I mean, I'm only trading it, so I'm not really interested in finding out the composition. Yeah. Bitcoin and Ethereum will be the two biggest one, I can tell you. What's the others? I'm not too sure. Sorry, just let me set up a bit. Yeah, so on the H4 side, you can see, might be tough for me to jump in. Price is definitely bouncing off here compared to the past. Cluster of lines again. Yeah, but since it's not bouncing off yesterday line, I might be still tempted to jump in for crypto 10, but at only 0.5%. Yeah, since it does not really fulfill my trading criteria. Yeah, but who can ignore such a nice looking uptrend? I'm trying to bend my own rules. That means I'm gonna wash my own toilet. Okay, with that, I'll hand the chat over to Alexis and see if she has any update for us before we end off the show. There she shouted actually Euro Yen long.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't use your chat lah.
Okay. So
I got too many game charts open up already.
Euro Yen also looking quite nice.
Yeah, Euro Yen, I think I mean on the hourly time frame there is a bullish engulfing bar over there, and I think there's a good probability to trade it back to daily pivot on the just in a small time frame. But again, the long overview still seems to be a short side. So, and I don't see any immediate reversals or overbought, oversold situations. Like I don't know whether this will go long. I think we only know tomorrow. So it's like a early trade into a potential reversal, because if we do get a green bar today, it would mean that this would be our first higher low of the daily time frame, and it's bouncing off the WS1 level. So these are the some of the factors to consider. You can see that the bullish engulfing is just at the WS1 as well. So it's a WS1 is a bullish engulfing bar, and it will, if today's daily candle is green, it's our first higher low on the daily charts, and then this would give us a good probability to start to take this towards the upside. Plus, fundamentally speaking, the euro has been showing very positive numbers in the recent months, which is a big change from the last quarter, right? So sentiment looks to be turning, and again, against the questionable dollar, which we don't know what's happening to it at all. It's just ranging. The euro might be a alternative for money to go into for now. So I will probably jump in on this at a small risk, and if tomorrow I do get a higher low on the hourly time frame, then that will be my potential second entry.
Right. So thank you, Alexis, for that. I mean, this stuff looks good to me. So it looks like a consolidation, force breakout. Yeah. So potentially, I don't know where's the daily pivot, but at least trading up to the previous week. Previous day low.
It's around somewhere there where your black line is around somewhere there. Yeah.
So that'd be a good level to trade. All right, so Euro Yen long for Alexis. And once again, thank you everyone, and thank you Shukri. So we'll be back tomorrow.